beautiful shot from Christian Bergstrom as he draws Polyakov into the net with that two-handed backhand. And then
here comes Polyakov. It's a great approach shot. Bergstrom just gets across very quickly, sharp angle cross court. Great movement by Bergstrom.
It's love 30.
Great play by Polyakov, going back behind Bergstrom with his approach shot. Catching Bergstrom off balance, putting away the easy overhead.
Here's the fitness of Christian Bergstrom, showing that, well, he's mentioned himself that he's worked so hard in the past November and December. Has some extra strength in his game, especially on serve and especially also on forehand.
40-30.
Polyakov wanting to get into the net and taking every advantage of when Bergstrom hits the ball short. Put the pressure on him.
Game, Polyakov.
Well, the game goes to Polyakov, but Christian Bergstrom still with a 3-2 lead in the first set in this quarter-final.
Just how much fun and excitement can you take? The Indoor Grand Prix.
Time.
Score now 3-2. We can starting to see a bit of a pattern emerge on this match, with one player on the baseline, the other trying to get into the net.
Oh, very good play by Bergstrom. Taking advantage of that short ball and getting into the net. Here comes Bergstrom. Plays a good volley. Polyakov getting across to it, but just a little bit too late.
30 love.
Polyakov missing his opportunity there, just taking the top of the net. Good idea. Trying to get to the net.
Christian Bergstrom also put out the top seed. Andrei Cherkasov, also from USSR, in the first round.
(30-15).
Yeah, that was a tremendous match, Kevin. A lot of long rallies.
All.
30 all. Let's have a look at Bergstrom's serve. Gets that ball up high, drops the hip, and up he goes. Throws that right into the court there.
(40-30).
Here's the Bergstrom backhand. Notice how he prepares well, foot out, throws those hips into the ball, brings the body right around. Great shot.
Christian Bergstrom, 40-30.
Game Bergstrom.
Just misses. Backhand down the line from Polyakov. That gives the game to Christian
Bergstrom
Bergstrom.
leads 4-2.
So the pattern's starting to emerge now, Jeff.
Yeah, you can see that Polyakov wants to get in and put the pressure on Bergstrom because he realizes Bergstrom is such a good counter-puncher, and he has to do something to force Bergstrom to hit the ball short so he can get in, so he's taking a few chances. Oh, great movement by Bergstrom.
Love 15.
Polyakov hits the ball a little bit short. Bergstrom takes it, comes in. Polyakov moves in for the volley. Just misses it. Oh, great play by Christian Bergstrom, setting that point up beautifully.
Love 30.
Look at that backhand. Gets Polyakov deep, comes in, sets up beautifully for that forehand, and just whips it cross court. It's got to be a little bit frustrating for Polyakov at this stage because Bergstrom is so quick at the back of the court.
And getting good depth too.
Love
So
40.
there's perhaps is the frustration from Polyakov, and gives Bergstrom 3 break points. Love 40.
Game
And the
Bergstrom.
frustration again
Ball
coming on
change.
Polyakov as he comes into the net, but Christian
Bergstrom
Bergstrom
leads
now
5-2.
takes a 5-2 lead in the first set.
Hello, I've just got time to tell you about these amazing specials from Asian Autos. They've got these beautiful mag wheel sets at a great big range for only $499, or this huge range of lovely wheel trims from $49.95. Goodness me. And just in for Christmas, this clever little portable fridge and warmer, so when you're out on a picnic or whatever, you keep everything cold or hot with a flick of the wee switchy, and it's only $249. So give them a ring or trot on down to the nice people at Asian Autos and they'll see you right.
Pack and Pedal, Auckland's best in bikes. Avanti Super Sprint only $849, Superstrada $429, Pathfinder and Vitesse $395, and Montari mountain bikes only $545. Pack and Pedal, Newmarket and Takapuna.
Welcome back to the Honda Summer of Tennis at the BP Nationals. Down the back courts there, one of the professional umpires, Rudy Berger from West Germany, practicing his footwork. But on the centre court, Christian Bergstrom now with 2 breaks, leading 5-2.
Love 15.
Looks like we've got the new balls here, Kevin. 5-2.
Well, that's an advantage for Christian Bergstrom. The nap on the ball, just a little tighter.
All.
Well, he's missing a lot of easy shots on top of the net. I think he's trying to hit them a little bit too good because Bergstrom is very quick. I think he's trying to get the ball away from Bergstrom. He's putting a little pressure on himself. Good serve by
15.
Bergstrom down the middle. Notice how Bergstrom gets his full weight into that serve. Poliakov blocks it, but the ball flies back through the pace of Bergstrom.
30 all.
Yes, and then Christian Bergstrom then serving and volleying, so he has the option. Pushes all the weight, as Jeff Simpson's mentioned, into the court, but then either can go forward or back off for the baseline rally.
Bergstrom pulling up, Poliakov pulling off that ball. I think trying to hit it too well, trying to rush Bergstrom.
So it gives Bergstrom a set point, 40-30.
That's great play by Poliakov.
Deuce.
Gets his feet around for this shot and hits it into Bergstrom forehand, drags him wide, comes in, puts the easy setup away. It's a good point. That's what he has to do. Try and put Bergstrom on the back foot.
Oh, just a
Advantage
hit there
Poliakov.
from Christian Bergstrom. Just didn't read the ball correctly. Perhaps a good return though, because it was Christian Bergstrom was going backwards then, Jeff.
He sort of looked like he's caught a little bit off balance.
Deuce.
Well, Christian Bergstrom.
He's a little bit lucky to get out of that. Poliakov missing that easy forehand.
Advantage Bergstrom.
Once again, the impatience, although the idea is right, he needs to get into the net to pressurize Christian Bergstrom. That gives Christian Bergstrom now a set point.
Oh, that's
Game
a great
set,
serve by Bergstrom.
6-2.
So Christian Bergstrom picks up the first set in 42 minutes of play in this quarter-final match. So Dmitry Poliakov now, Jeff, really needs to change his tactics perhaps.
I think he's trying to to do the right thing to get into the net, but I think he's got to be just a little bit more patient and wait for his opportunity. Oh, that's a great point.
Good running from both players.
15 low.
Here comes Bergstrom looking for that good drop shot. Counter punches with another one. Polyakov getting across and angling it across court. Great point.
Please remain quiet during the point. Thank you.
Well, the drop shot's starting to come into play.
30 low.
Bergstrom hits this cross court, a little bit short. Polyakov moves in, delicate drop shot. No chance even for the fleet-footed Bergstrom.
For serve.
Yes, on that drop shot too, Polyakov realised that Bergstrom was way behind the baseline. It's 30 love. The counter-punching qualities once again of Christian
30-15.
Bergstrom as Polyakov comes into the net and with a two-handed backhand which he can push down the line or cross court.
For serve.
Oh, another great backhand passing shot by Christian Bergstrom.
30 all.
It's the return a little short. Polyakov comes in. Bergstrom sets up beautifully, takes it across his body.
$40-30.
So any ball that is short, Polyakov will try and get into the net just to create the pressure on Bergstrom's passing shots.
Game Polyakov.
So the first game goes to
First
Dmitry
game, second set.
Polyakov. The first game of the second set leaves one game to love.
Anyone who loves this world and its people will not have to ask themselves why, year after year, we dedicate all our thinking and action to its conservation. A sense of responsibility can have many names. One of them is AEG. AEG, Advanced Engineering from Germany.
Time.
Welcome back to the Honda Summer of Tennis, live on 3, where Dmitry Polyakov is serving from the south end at the Renov Tennis Centre.
Out. 15 love.
I should say Christian Bergstrom is serving, and he is down one game to love.
Out. 30 low.
Two good first serves. Polyakov will need to get these returns of serve in, need to stay in the match, because Christian Bergstrom now getting control.
Love.
Well, Polякov just missing that shot. Looked very, very close.
40 love.
Game Bergstrom.
Yes, and Christian Bergstrom just holding his racket back, just waiting. Perhaps he thought the ball may drop onto line, but picks up the love game. It's interesting also the two breaks that Bergstrom had in the first set. Both were broken to love. They were at 1-1 and 4-2 in the first set. So 1 game all.
Love 15.
Just missing Jeff, isn't he? Just, you know, he's so close.
I still think he's trying to do a little bit too much with the shot because of the speed of Christian Bergstrom around the back of the court. Sets up very, very well for his passing shots.
All.
In fact, the speed of the ball you mentioned, Jeff, is not quite so easily seen on the screen as if where the public can see firsthand. The ball is actually going a lot faster, isn't it?
$15.30.
That's exactly right, Kevin. The players are hitting the ball a lot harder than you actually see on TV.
Good opportunity for the Wellington public to come and see some world-class tennis down at the Renov Tennis Centre.
$15.40.
Well, it's some excellent footwork and control from Christian Bergstrom. It gives him 2 break points. So just keeping the pressure on with his patience and versatility. Ooh, beautiful love. And so Christian Bergstrom with that winning lob takes the 3rd game of the 2nd set, leading 2 games to 1. It's a lovely day down here at the Renov Tennis Centre with Dmitry Polyakov trailing Christian Bergstrom.
I think the look on Polyakov's face there tells it all. Look at that. That's fantastic. 71%. Bergstrom first serves. Very, very good. Yeah, there it is. That tells a story there. All right, 53% won, whereas Polyakov only 33%. 20% difference. Not much
time.
Not much interest there. Clean winners there. Polyakov 6, taking more risks than Bergstrom, but he's only got 2 more. Well,
there's the other side of the story.
Exactly right.
15 unforced errors for Polyakov, although he's got 2 extra outright winners. And there's the points won at the net. Polyakov showing that he's trying to get to the net more so than Bergstrom.
Well, that's a better
Love
point
15.
from Polyakov. Not rushing those approach shots quite as much. A lot better footwork. Hitting the ball very hard and flat.
Love 30.
Another good approach shot.
Most of the approach shots, Jeff, Polyakov seems to come in onto Bergstrom's backhand.
Yeah, that's the wing he's attacking at the moment. I think it was a good idea when he started to throw a few drop shots in there to try and break Christian Bergstrom up. Oh, another great return. Stepped in and hit that one.
And he was
Love
going to come
40.
into the net on top of it.
Look at this second serve. Banged it. Oh, beautiful shot.
Well, love 40 gives Polyakov a chance to get a break back. 3 break points. Yes,
Game,
and he's
Polyakov.
got it. So Polyakov says, well, I'm not out of this match yet.
2 all.
Yeah, that was a very, very good game from Polyakov. Taking advantage of the short balls by Bergstrom. Hitting the ball very flat and hard. A little bit more speed on the shot.
15 love.
Well, he seems to have his batteries recharged.
Oh, well, that's 5
30
points in a
low.
row.
Very good. Bangs his backhand. A lot of speed on that. Catches Bergstrom out of position. Just puts the smash away.
40 low.
And an ace. Good.
For number
Chris.
6, 40 love. And that's Polyakov's first ace of the match.
First serve. Quick, please.
Ooh, that was going like a rocket too.
He seems to have picked up the tempo of the pace of his shot, both on the serve and the ground strokes.
40, 15.
Rushed that one a little bit. Pulled off it.
So 40-15. Polyakov a chance here for a lead in the second set. Well, just
40,
when
30.
we say that he's picked up the pace and it's a few outright winners, then the 2 unforced errors come in.
Look at the serve. Look how he really launches himself up into that ball. Landing on his left leg and then his right. A lot of power.
Another chance. 40-30.
Oh, that's a
Polyakov.
fantastic
Got it.
point.
A good game from Polyakov with an early lead,
Polyakov
3
leads
games to
3-2.
2 in the second set, but Bergstrom 1 set to love.
It's time for Flares and Psychedelia.
It is the permissive society, right? Yeah. The swinging 70s, I mean, Andy Warhol, flesh, trash, you name it, anything goes today, doesn't it?
With the joys of mixed flattery.
Any messing about and we take you straight round to the vet.
And the joys of living above the ropeable ropers.
My wife and I are having a little disagreement over a certain matter of sex.
Oh, you want to borrow a book?
There's George
You squeeze my bosom.
and Mildred.
It's a pity you don't live in India. You'd be sacred, you would.
Man About the House, every weeknight at 7, only on 3.
Time.
welcome back to the BP Nationals. Christian Bergstrom down 2-3.
Very well
15
hit
low.
forehand, Bergstrom there, holding it to the last minute. Short one by Polyakov. Comes in, holds it, and takes it behind Polyakov.
All.
Dmitry Polyakov has played mainly satellites and challenges this year. That is 1990. As a stepping stone to the bigger tournaments.
$15.30.
Big point here for Bergstrom.
He
15.40.
lost that big point. And that gives Polyakov 2 break points.
Bergstrom going for that big first serve wide. Still down, break point.
Oh, what a lovely lob from Bergstrom. And Polyakov closed into the net,
30,
looking for the
40.
winner.
Here he comes, reverses Bergstrom. Great athletic ability by Bergstrom there. Get that lob over Polyakov's head.
Still break point.
Deuce.
Bergstrom very patient there. Just keeping the ball deep. Waiting for Polyakov to go for one, and he did.
Just skied it off the top of his racket. Frustration, knowing that he just lost 2 good chances.
Advantage Bergstrom.
Probably the right shot to play, but not getting himself into the correct position.
I think he knows he has to go for those shots, Jeff, but he just sometimes doesn't set.
Correction, ball's good. Replay the point.
So Steve Ulrich, umpire, just overruled that ball. Gives Bergstrom another opportunity to serve out the game.
Game, Bergstrom.
Which he has, and
3-all.
Christian Bergstrom perhaps just a little lucky to get out of that. He was 2 break points down, and Polyakov was probably desperate to get those because he's not really been in the match up till that game, but now back to 3 games all.
Polyakov taking advantage of the Bergstrom short return.
15 love.
Keeping the pressure continually on him. Great touch volley. Even Bergstrom, with all his athletic ability, can't get up to that shot. Oh, that's great movement by Bergstrom there.
And look at the running.
15 all.
Here we go. Great serve. He gets in, plays another very delicate drop volley. Bergstrom runs in, just whips it across his body. Great running.
15 all.
$15.30.
Bergstrom dragging Polyakov out with that wide forehand.
Yes, there's a lot of running needed to be done, because when the ball goes out on the angle rather than down the middle.
Oh, another great shot by Bergstrom. This is probably his best passing shot. Hits it short, great serve. Comes in, he really whacks it in there. Bergstrom sets up beautifully. Back cross court. Great backhand return.
Gives Bergstrom 2 break points. 15-40. 3 all.
$30-40.
So Dmitry Polyakov just saying, take that. The game changed a little in this early in the second set, but Christian Bergstrom still keeping the pressure on. Still has the break point, 30-40.
Well, that's a fantastic shot from Polyakov.
Deuce.
Serve, Bergstrom hits it a little bit too short. Polyakov steps in, straight down the line. So very good
Polyakov
point.
saved. 2 break points. Now back to deuce.
Advantage Polyakov.
Bergstrom didn't look comfortable with that forehand. Pushed it long. Been noticing in between points, Bergstrom's been trying to get his hand through on the forehand. Oh, great shot. Off the back foot.
Deuce.
Christian Bergstrom read the ball correctly here, in which direction Polyakov was going, and look at that, straight down the line. Thank you, he says.
Advantage Bergstrom.
Look how quick Bergstrom's up to this one. Polyakov moves in to take the shot, tries to go over his head. Not quite high enough. A little bit unhappy with himself there.
Break point, another chance for Christian Bergstrom.
Game, Bergstrom.
Christian Bergstrom takes the
Bergstrom
break in
leads
the
4-3.
second set with a 4-3 lead. We'll be back after the break. Oh, what a beautiful shot from Christian Bergstrom as he draws Polyakov into the net with that two-handed backhand. And then
here comes Polyakov. It's a great approach shot. Bergstrom just gets across very quickly, sharp angle cross court. Great movement by Bergstrom.
it's love 30.
Great play by Polyakov, going back behind Bergstrom with his approach shot. Catching Bergstrom off balance, putting away the easy overhead.
All.
Here's the fitness of Christian Bergstrom, showing that, well, he's mentioned himself that he's worked so hard in the past November and December. Has some extra strength in his game, especially on serve and especially also on forehand.
Polyakov wanting to get into the net and taking every advantage of when Bergstrom hits the ball short. Put the pressure on him.
Game, Polyakov.
Well, the game goes to Polyakov, but
leads
Christian
3-2.
Bergstrom still with a 3-2 lead in the first set in this quarter-final. Christian Bergstrom goes to a 5-3 lead in the second set after picking up the first. Polyakov now has to wonder what he has to do, Jeff.
I think he's very, very frustrated. Look at the Bergstrom footwork here. How light he is on his feet, getting into position. Feet hardly touching the ground. The balls of his feet the whole time. Very, very quick feet.
Shows you how much work he's been doing recently. Good athlete.
For serve.
Very quick, very light. Change direction. Marvellous backhand from Polyakov, and
15 love.
About Bergstrom's feet, but not able to get across for that one.
Bergstrom hits it half court, and Polyakov just comes in and
nails it.
That's exactly right.
So it's 15 love.
$30 love.
Ooh, that's pretty close.
$30-15.
Well, this is the story of Polyakov, isn't it? Where he picks up some good points, but then the unforced errors come in and throws the point away. That was his first double fault of the day.
$40-15. Game, Polyakov.
And with his second ace for the day, Polyakov picks up the game,
Bergstrom
but still
leads
trails
5-4.
5-4 to Bergstrom in the second set of this quarter-final match.
What makes the new Honda Concerto the fear of other liftbacks? Is it because the rear seat 60-40 split gives a huge 786 litres of luggage space? Drive it, and you'll realize why it is the fear of other liftbacks.
It's summertime, summer fruit, summertime, summertime, summer fruit, summertime, summertime, summer fruit, summertime.
Summertime, summer fruit, summertime. It's time to head out in the sun. Time to have some summer fun. Now that summer fruit is gone, we know it's summertime.
It's summertime, summer fruit.
Delicious, eat 'em anytime summer fruit. The taste of summer.
Summertime.
Welcome back. Here is Christian Bergstrom endeavouring to serve the match out. Well, it's probably one of the first
15.
lobs that he's missed all day.
$15 all.
Bergstrom being very patient there, keeping the ball nice and deep, waiting for Polyakov to make that unforced error. There it is, his favourite shot.
30-15.
Just a short ball from Bergstrom, allowing Polyakov to come into the net to put away the volley. Christian Bergstrom, 30 all. 2 points away from the match.
Well, that was a great shot from Polyakov. He keeps attacking. Bergstrom hitting the ball short. Here's a short shot. Polyakov comes in. Great depth. Notice how Bergstrom is right on his back foot there.
That gives Polyakov a Break point. Oh, well, there might be a break point, but then Bergstrom, with his first ace of the match, comes up at the right time. Back to deuce.
Straight down the centre.
Advantage Bergstrom.
Well, there's a match point coming up now for Christian Bergstrom. The match has been going for an hour and 20. Leads 5-4.
Boy, Polякov continues to come in and hit that ball on the short second serve from Bergstrom. Great shot.
Doesn't matter how much patience you have when that one's coming down towards you. Deuce.
Advantage Bergstrom.
Polякov missing that mid-court shot, trying to get in, just taking the top of the net.
And gives Christian Bergstrom his second chance, match point. Well, he gets the match point all right, but each time Polякov is determined to stay in the match. Back to deuce. Good play from Polякov.
It's that backhand again from Bergstrom, cross court. Gets in such good position.
And that's certainly his favourite passing shot, off that backhand side, and with the backhand, that backhand shot, of course, now Bergstrom's chance, a third match point. Hopefully to join fellow Swede Lars Jonsson in the semis.
Going for that big first serve. Another great point from Polякov. Throwing Bergstrom wide.
Deuce.
Yes, Christian Bergstrom really had to get down to his knees then to get that backhand. Wasn't able to dig it out. He's working hard. So Dmitry Polyakov certainly not giving the match away. Now has the chance of a break back. He's down 5-4. Christian Bergstrom now trying to save a break point.
Game Polyakov.
Well, so some hard work from Dmitry Polyakov from Russia, staying in the match after being Christian Bergstrom had 3 chances to take out the match Perhaps he's going to stay here, Jeff.
It's interesting. I saw him do this twice this week already. Once against Steve Guy. Steve Guy was up 4-3 in the third service break. Came back. Very good play by Polyakov. He seems to be getting good rhythm. Takes that short ball in, plays a drop volley.
Perhaps he realises he's got nothing to lose.
I think Bergstrom's hitting the ball a little bit short at this stage, and Polyakov's taking advantage of it. Okay, that was a better return from Bergstrom, deep. Putting Polyakov on his back foot. Well, there's that backhand passing shot again from Bergstrom.
15-30.
Look at him, drags that out of the court, volleys down the centre. Bergstrom sets up so well on that shot.
So 15-30. It's very important to get that ball deep. Doesn't allow the player to get into the net.
Oh, that's a great approach shot by Bergstrom.
15-40.
He takes this, he slices it down the middle, takes away the angle. Polyakov doesn't get around quick enough.
So it gives Bergstrom another opportunity, 2 break points.
Gets a leg court here. Bergstrom moves him very quickly, slices it down the line. Polyakov gets across, hits it straight back down from where it came. Good point from Polyakov.
Still break point, 30-40.
Deuce.
Well, there's
a little bit of frustration, I think, Kevin.
Yes.
Seen 2 break points.
I had a quick look at Steve Ulrich, the umpire then, wondering if he was going to accuse Bergstrom of racket abuse, but no, deuce.
I think it was a bad choice.
Here's the option there, perhaps should have been down the line.
Plays this drop shot. It's a good one. Gets in there. Counter punches with a drop shot that's a little bit too high. Polyakov puts it away very easily.
Deuce.
Polyakov had the chance, but just missed that backhand down the line, and both players quite tense now, knowing that this match could go either way.
Advantage
Another
Bergstrom.
short ball from Christian Bergstrom. It's break point again. Another chance for Christian Bergstrom, but possibly a little lucky to get out of that.
Polyakov very frustrated with himself for missing that easy approach.
Deuce.
He's definitely coming out with good shots when he needs them, Polyakov. That was a great serve. Pulls him back to juice.
Advantage Bergstrom.
Well, that's one of the longest rallies we've had in this match.
And both players working each other around the court. Lots of running. Lots of patience by both players. There is Christian Bergstrom and again with the opportunity of break point.
We had the line umpire calling that one in. Umpire overruling.
Deuce.
Second serve. Bergstrom hits this one too short. Polякov steps in, angles it cross court. Great shot by Polякov, getting it on the top.
Still in the game. Deuce.
Oh, that's great play from Polякov again, drawing Bergstrom into the net. Delicate drop shot, draws Bergstrom in, and then he closes, plays a volley. Across to Bergstrom's forehand side. Bergstrom thinking that the ball is out.
So advantage Polякov now.
Game,
Well,
Polякov.
there's the variety of Polякov, and he picks up that game after some problems on his serve. But
Polякov
now
leads
leads 6
6-5.
games to 5, but he's a set down.
Piranhas!
Wow.
Piranhas, they eat people.
And they're here now at Kelly Tarleton's Underwater World. Do these colorful fish really deserve their fearsome reputation?
They eat you alive.
Not only piranhas at Kelly Tarleton's. See hundreds of fish swimming all around you. Half hooker, trevally, gliding stingrays, sharks on the prowl. Look out for the octopus.
Wow.
I'm not scared.
See the new arrivals, piranhas and the octopus at Kelly Tarleton's Underwater World.
You gotta be big. You gotta be strong. You gotta be able to take the pressure and the knocks. And you gotta stay cool. The great Kiwi keep kegs. They keep your friends and family supplied with long, cold drinks all summer.
Seats, please. Quiet, please. Thank you.
We're in a very interesting stage of the match now. Christian Bergstrom trying to stay in this set.
Oh, that's much better play from Bergstrom. Getting the depth on the
15
ball. Keeping Polякov away from the net.
15 love.
$15 all.
Here's the whole key here, Jeff, isn't it? That Bergstrom needs to keep that ball deep.
That's better play from Bergstrom, being a little bit more aggressive.
30-15.
When he had a chance to win the match, he backed off a little bit tentative. Gave Polякov the chance to attack him. That's much better play from Christian Bergstrom.
40-15.
Taking that ball and getting into the net.
Yes, we haven't seen him a lot coming into the net, but here he is now, showing with the net cam, and Polyakov not able to pass Bergstrom down the line, so it's 40-15.
40-30.
So it's 40-30. Chance here for Christian Bergstrom to go into the tie break.
Game,
which
Bergstrom.
he has done so.
6-all, tie break.
And with the miss hit from Polyakov, who played such a good game on the previous game, now a tie break. Jeff Simpson. We've got a really interesting stage here now, with that first tie break of this match.
Exactly right, Kevin. Be very interesting to see if Christian Bergstrom can keep the depth on the ball, keep Polyakov away from the net. Well, there's a short return again from Bergstrom.
1-0,
enabling Polyakov to come in. Look at this. Short. Polyakov steps in, hits it behind him, gets him on the back foot, puts that forehand volley away very easily.
For serve.
Bergstrom even a tentative first serve there. Feel he's got to get up and hit it.
He's kept the pace off that first serve in the last few games. Again, a little bit tentative.
2-0, Polyakov. Ladies and gentlemen,
Now the
please be fair to
frustration
both
showing
players.
on
Thank you.
Christian Bergstrom. He has had 3 match points in this set. Now Polyakov up 2 points to love in the tiebreaker.
It's great play from Polyakov,
3-0,
attacking
Polyakov.
Bergstrom's second serve, putting the pressure on Bergstrom's forehand, which is the side he seems to be attacking now. Polyakov in a great position to take this tiebreaker out. 3-love, 2 mini breaks. That's better play from Bergstrom
3-1,
again, attacking Polyakov's second serve, getting into the net to get one of those mini breaks back.
So Polyakov now leading 3-1. Oh, well, there was a chance.
3-2,
Perhaps the sun
Polyakov.
may have just been in his eyes, but had the opportunity there after that excellent volley to Bergstrom's backhand.
Okay, we're back on serve. 2-3. Bergstrom serving. Oh, it's a great point from Bergstrom. Very solid, kept the depth.
3-all.
And 3 points all. And of course, on a tiebreaker, after every 6 points, players change end. There is no rest, players continuous. Quick towel down as they walk past their chair. Well, so the tiebreaker is in a tense stage now. Bergstrom has had the chance earlier to take out the match. 3 points all.
Ooh.
And it's that
4-3,
sort of...
Bergstrom.
That's unfortunate for Polyakov, breaking his string on that return. Gives Bergstrom 4-3.
And that's perhaps just a little bit of luck for Bergstrom, Jeff.
Oh, it's always unfortunate when a player Look at this, he goes to hit this return, string breaks, and the ball just flies out the back. Can't control it. Okay. Bergstrom winning 4 points in a row to go up 4-3. Polякov going for that drop shot that's been so successful for him. Throwing his racket down in frustration, but still no warning.
Yeah, that warning has to be close. So Bergstrom now leading 5-3.
Bergstrom.
Well, Polякov electing to attack Bergstrom's forehand. Bergstrom hitting that one wide.
Both players a little frustrated because it's so close. It's 5-4 now. And in theory, Bergstrom should be able to serve the match out.
6-4,
well,
Bergstrom.
there he is. He has his match point, number 4. He had 3 match points earlier in the set when he was leading 5 games to 4. So here's a chance for Bergstrom. Yes,
Yeah,
he's done it. Just a quick look at the line from Polякov from that good first serve down the middle, and Christian Bergstrom joins fellow Swede Lars Jonsson into the semi-finals of the BP Nationals, and he scores 6-2, 7-6.
I think that's a good performance by Bergstrom. I think he was a more solid player on the day, except when he got into the lead there, he became a little bit tentative, allowed Polякov back in the match, but as we saw at the end of that tiebreaker, came into net. 2 good, very first good serves from 5-4 to serve the match out. I think a very solid performance from Christian Bergstrom from Sweden.
Yes, Christian Bergstrom probably feel as though he's a little bit lucky to get out of that set. Although he did have a couple of match points, but then Polякov was able to come back and save the match points and the break points and just managed to stay in, but the patience of Christian Bergstrom showing through. And of course, we have a next match up on the court of Richard Fromberg playing Ramesh Krishnan from India, and people from Wellington, get yourself down here to watch this great day in the BP Nationals at the Reniff Tennis Centre.
Joining us now courtside is the winner of the first of the quarterfinals today for the BP Nationals Day 5. Congratulations to Swedish player Christian Bergstrom, who joins fellow Swede Lars Jonsson into the semis. Bit of tough work out there towards the end, Christian?
Well, I thought I was in control of the match at 5-3 there, and I was serving at 5-4 and I had some chances, but I was playing way too short, so he could just smack the ball.
Now, in the first set, did you sense that the Soviet player was getting a little bit frustrated, Polякov?
In the beginning, you mean?
In the first set, yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning he was missing a lot of easy shots, I think, and I was playing deeper and much better in the first set, and then I just let him win a lot of points in the end.
What about when you're actually serving for the match at 5-4 in that second set, and things seemed to slip away from you a little bit?
Yeah, I was scared a little bit. I was playing so short, and I don't know why. I should have played more aggressive.
All right, you muttered something down there on the sideline in Swedish. What was it? And say it in Swedish again.
Ja, det var fan vad jag spelar kort. Jag har sånt jävla gummi alltså.
Now the Kiwi translation?
Well, I was playing so short and I was so nervous and I couldn't make the shot. That was too bad.
Well, you made the shots. You're through to the semi-finals. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Bergstrom joins fellow Swede Lars Jonsson into the semis of the BP's after a very exciting match. Don't forget that coming up soon we'll have the second of the quarterfinals in the singles, and still to come today it's Kelly Evenden teaming up with Robert Vantoff, and that's one of the feature matches in the doubles still to come with match 3 on day 5 of the BP National Championships. We'll be back with more in just a moment as the Honda Summer of Tennis hots up for 91.
It was a beautiful day, sun beat down, I had the radio on, I was driving